On to you, Leo. So you have the Three of Cups, the Devil. You have the Page of Swords, Ten of Wands, Two of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, Knight of Swords, the Fool, the Nine of Wands, and the Seven of Pentacles for you, Leos. So the Three of Cups, the Devil, and the Page of Swords. A lot of you Leos, are okay with, how do I say this? A lot of you Leos understand that if you don't want to be in a relationship with somebody, it's best that you leave. So the Three of Cups, the Devil, and the Page of Swords, realizing that you have real power being single. Because people use relationships to trap others and get people caught up in a lot of unnecessary drama, right? Law, get law, quote unquote, enforcement caught up in it. Get law enforcement, quote unquote, caught up in it. All types of stuff. Try to get you jumped. So a lot of you Leos are understanding that being single is not so bad. Being single is probably a very good thing for you, because a lot of you Leos understand that, people are using relationships as springboards, right? Like how it is that you jump off the springboard into the pool. They use springboards as a means of getting people in trouble, or using the people that they're with as a come up, as some sort of financial, backup bank. And they want other people to subsidize, pay for stuff. The Ten of Wands and the Two of Swords represents you Leos, however, seeing that for what it is, and really there's a need for you Leos, and you see it yourselves, that being single, but being single because you need to be and you enjoy it. Yes, but at the same time, not like you're not, how do I say this? You're not going above and beyond to be in a relationship. Like you're not, and that's the majority. And to be real with you, that's where a lot of people's heads are. The idea that's where a lot of the people's heads are. The idea that a lot of people are kind of opting out, in the sense of they're not going to go above and beyond to be in a relationship where a person is trying their hardest to be difficult with them. So a lot of you Leos have the same mentality. I have the same mentality, right? That, don't go above and beyond. Yes, you will make an honest try to see if someone is interested, right? But you're not going to overdo it. You're not going to go above and beyond. You're not going to show up with the, bears and chocolate hearts and, you know what I mean? And the helicopter rides and all this other type of stuff. The Ten of Pentacles represents, and you're certainly not going to be as fancy and as spendthrift as the way that you Leos once were. Because Leo, Taurus, Libra, right? Y'all are zodiac signs, right? That can splurge on somebody. And what I mean when I say splurge, I mean give them something expensive, or do something expensive for them, right? Trips and stuff like this. Like I was talking about a couple of days, like a week ago or something. Trips and, just this glamorized type of stuff. So the thing about it is that the Knight of Swords now is about how, since this is the case, you Leos, right, understand that people will try to get you caught up with that if that's how it is that, you know, you allow them to be. But the Fool represents you're not going to. Again, you're not really, a lot of you Leos are not going out of your way to be in that's the hot stuff now. People who are not going out of their way to be in relationships. That's the new wave. You know, that's the new stuff. It's like, if you could be, like, if you can be in a relationship, great, you know, do that. You know, a lot of people are not going to be, you know, a lot of people are not going to be sitting on the sidelines being upset. But at the same time, it's the idea of, but people are not going to go above and beyond to try to get to be themselves into a relationship if the person is running away, giving them a difficult time, just being all over the place. It's more so in a sense that, you know, you Leos will not go overboard with this. So the Nine of Wands represents, because you know what happens when you do. You know what happens when you did in the past. You got your heart broken. So the Seven of Pentacles now represents, you know, you're looking for someone that you can trust. You're looking for someone that, you know, you can build with in all of this. But the vast majority, not saying that it's impossible, but the vast majority of the people that you meet and you have met really was for the streets. And it took you this amount of time, however amount of time it was, for you Leos to get to the point where you get it. Don't go above and beyond to be in a relationship, because it takes two. A person has to put in an effort, and that if they're not trying to do that, what's the point? So let's clarify some of these cards. Let's clarify the Fool. Let's clarify the Fool. The King of Pentacles, the Six of Swords, the Nine of Cups, the Page of Cups. Yeah, you Leos know that, you know, if you were to be in a relationship, you have value to offer to yourself and the other person. The Six of Swords, however, it just depends on the quality of the person that comes your way, right? That says, what's up, right? That maybe you even interact with first, or they interact with you. But either way, it just depends on the quality of the person, right? Is it a two-way street, or is it you do everything and they just sit on their rear end and do nothing? The Nine of Cups and the Page of Cups represents, because the overconfidence is delusional on their part. How can those people have the idea that they don't need to do anything, and that you Leos need to do everything? You know, even the things that should be covered by the partner, they may be expecting you to even figure that out. And a lot of you Leos understand that that's not really going to be a good thing for you to really match these people's quote unquote high maintenance and really try to make all their dreams come true, because it means that you're going to have to do everything. Yeah. Good on you Leos for finally figuring it out. Let's clarify the Seven of Pentacles. Clarify the Seven of Pentacles, we have the Justice, Three of Wands, the Empress, and the Eight of Cups. A lot of Libra energy. To clarify the Seven of Pentacles, to piggyback off of what it is I was saying about you want someone that you can build with. If you can't get the person that you can build with, that you can trust, right? Because a lot of times when it comes to the whole marriage thing, I say 5 to 10 years. People who usually have a very successful marriage knew each other in that amount of time. They've known each other for a very long time. So they grew up as friends. They knew each other from friendship. And then that naturally evolved. And usually it doesn't necessarily have to happen like this, but usually it starts from a very young age, teenage years, and then they grow up into being adults, and they're like, listen, and as they're growing, they're becoming romantic with each other, and they're like, listen, let's go ahead and do this. But they knew each other for a long time. So the 5 to 10 years thing really should start at a very young age. And this goes right back into what it is that I mean when I say building with people, right? That time that it takes for you to actually be able to trust the person. Most of the times people talk about getting married, they're talking about most of the time, I'm not saying all the time, but especially today. When most of the times people talk about getting married, they're really coming from the perspective of like getting married, starting off cold, like they don't know the person at all. And then they just started to get to know the person. And then within 2 years, they basically got married. So that, again, in a year is 12 months. So think about how fast that those two people were moving. You didn't even take the real time to get to know the person. The Empress and the Eight of Cups. The Empress and the Eight of Cups really was so now it's a situation for you Leos where, you know, you realize that you have to become, that you are becoming a better judge of character. And that Eight of Cups, if people are not intending on sticking it out with you for the long haul, there's no point in it.